Every day, someone listens to English while waiting for a bus or standing in a line. The sound feels close, but the future still feels far. Two names appear again and again in quiet moments: TOEIC and IELTS. They sit in search history and notes apps. They feel small, yet they carry weight. This story follows how these two names came into our lives and why choosing between them feels so personal. If this thought has ever crossed your mind, share it below in the comments, like this video, and tell others who walk the same path. The day often starts without noise. A phone screen glows, an English voice plays softly, words come in slowly, some feel clear, some feel heavy. The listener keeps listening, not to chase a score, not to impress anyone, just to feel ready. Somewhere between one sentence and the next, the idea of a test appears again. TOEIC. IELTS. This is not just a story about English exams. This is a story about people trying to choose well for their lives. Long before modern exams, people still proved language in simple ways. In ancient times, language meant safety and work. Near wide rivers in Mesopotamia, young scribes sat on the ground. They pressed signs into soft clay. These signs recorded grain and trade. An older scribe watched closely. When the lines were clear, the learner earned trust. When they were not, practice continued. There were no scores, only approval or silence. In ancient Egypt, words shaped duty. Boys trained in temple schools. They learned signs for land, water and time. To read well meant service to the state. A student read aloud to show skill. A steady voice mattered. Language was not personal. Language was responsibility. Far to the east, in ancient China, tests took a formal shape. Men studied classic texts for years. They wrote long answers by hand. These exams decided who could serve the state. Passing changed a family's future. Failing sent someone home. I think this shows something quiet and honest about people. They believed words could show effort and discipline. These systems were not fair to everyone. Time and teachers mattered. Still, one idea stayed strong. Language opens doors. That idea travelled through centuries. In medieval Europe, Latin ruled learning. It was the language of the church and schools. Students memorized texts they did not speak at home. To show skill, they read aloud. Clear sound mattered. Memory mattered. Mistakes brought correction. Silence felt heavy in those rooms. Outside schools, life moved faster. Traders crossed borders. Markets filled with voices. Local languages mixed and changed. English began to grow through trade. A person with clear words sold more. A person who listened well avoided loss. This was testing without paper. Every deal felt like an exam. Then books spread. Printing made rules visible. Grammar entered classrooms. Writing became measured. Teachers checked pages. Language slowly turned into a subject with borders. By the 19th century, work changed again. Factories and offices needed shared speech. English moved with ships and power. People learned it for jobs. Employers wanted proof, a letter, a result. This need shaped modern exams. They promised order and fairness. One test for many people. Skills divided into parts. Listening, reading, writing, speaking. Language became something you could measure. In the 20th century, English spread faster. Planes crossed oceans. Companies crossed borders. Workers moved countries. One question followed them. Can you use English at work? Here the roads split quietly. One path led to daily work language, emails, schedules, short talks. The other path led to study and migration language, essays, lectures, clear opinions. From this split, two exams grew. TOEIC spoke to the workplace. It focused on tasks and daily office English. IELTS spoke to study and life abroad. It looked at deeper use of language, long reading, clear writing. Personal speaking. At first, only a few people noticed these tests. Then the world became smaller. Online jobs appeared. Visas asked for proof. Test rooms filled with quiet tension. A soft fear entered many hearts. What if my English is not enough? What if I choose the wrong test? This fear does not shout. It waits at night. I think this fear connects us. People want their effort to matter. Headphones rest on desks. A recorded voice plays, time moves fast. Some feel ready, others feel small. A number appears at the end. For some, it opens a door. For others, it closes one. That moment hurts in silence. Later, learning changed tone. Practice became gentle. Short listening. Daily habits. Confidence grew slowly. Now you stand here, between two names, between two futures. TOEIC asks if you can work in English. Work means handling tasks with calm language. IELTS asks if you can live and study in English. Live means thinking and expressing ideas clearly. Neither test measures value. They measure use. The story does not stop here. The next part moves closer to real choices and quiet feelings around scores and dreams, and it begins to show how to listen to yourself before choosing a path. A person sits alone with a notebook or a phone screen open. One name appears again and again. TOEIC. Another waits just below it. IELTS. The letters look calm. The feeling is not. This moment did not exist for ancient scribes or market traders. They showed language by living it every day. Today, proof lives inside systems. This change brings comfort and pressure together. Like comfort because rules feel clear, pressure because rules feel final. When modern English tests first became common, many people trusted them without doubt. A test felt clean and fair. Study hard, practice, sit the exam, get a result, move forward. This clear path felt safe. Over time, more people entered this path. Their stories became different. Some passed easily, some struggled for years. The same test felt kind to one person and cold to another. Language learning began to feel uneven. This was new. It surprised people. Workplaces changed fast during this time. Offices filled with people from many countries. English became the shared tool. Emails replaced letters. Meetings crossed borders. Short, clear language mattered most. In this world, TOEIC found its place. It tested listening to short talks and announcements. It tested reading messages and choosing replies. A reply meant the correct tone and words. Tone means how polite or direct something sounds. Many workers felt seen by this test. It matched their daily tasks. They recognized their own work life inside the questions. Still, something small felt missing for some learners. They could answer questions quickly. They could still feel lost during long talks. They could follow emails but feel tired reading long texts. This gap felt quiet but deep. It made people doubt themselves, not loudly, in private moments. They asked themselves if their English was real or only trained for a test. Universities lived by a different rhythm. Students sat in lecture halls. They listened for long periods. They read books and articles. They wrote about ideas and opinions. IELTS grew in this space. It tested listening to longer talks. It tested reading full passages. It asked learners to write and speak about thoughts. Thought means sharing ideas in a clear way. For many students, this test felt closer to real academic life. They saw their future classrooms reflected in the exam, but IELTS also carried its own weight. The speaking test felt personal. A stranger listened closely. The room felt quiet. A pause felt long. A small grammar slip felt big. Grammar means sentence form. Many strong learners left the room feeling unsure. They wondered if one short talk showed their true ability. This feeling stayed with them for days. Some replayed their answers in their head. Some avoided talking about it. This moment marked a gentle emotional turning point. Learners began to share their stress. Teachers noticed tired faces. Test makers slowly adjusted. Instructions became simpler. Practice tests became more natural. Speaking rooms became calmer. Voices became warmer. I think this moment shows something kind about people. Systems change when enough quiet voices are heard. As years passed, migration grew stronger. People moved for work, safety and study. Language tests became part of official processes. A score could decide entry to a country or school. The test became a gatekeeper. A gatekeeper means something that controls access. This role felt heavy. A number on paper could shape a whole year of life, sometimes even more. Many nights felt long during this stage. A learner sat with headphones on. The same listening track played again. A sentence almost made sense. Almost. That feeling brought a soft sadness. Not failure, just tired hope. The body was present. The mind felt far away. Still, the learner returned the next day. Then small changes appeared. A word sounded clear. A sentence felt easier. A paragraph felt shorter. Confidence arrived slowly. It did not rush in. It came in quiet pieces. One good practice test. One calm speaking session. One moment of understanding. This is where the difference between TOEIC and IELTS matters deeply. TOEIC listens for speed and accuracy. Accuracy means correct answers within time. IELTS listens for clarity and meaning. Meaning means sharing ideas so others understand you. TOEIC reflects the rhythm of offices. IELTS reflects the rhythm of study and daily life abroad. One is not higher than the other. They serve different lives. In many countries, companies asked for TOEIC scores. They wanted a fast signal. Can this person work with us? Can they answer emails? Can they follow meetings? In many other places, schools and immigration offices asked for IELTS. They wanted to know if a person could live, study, and communicate fully in English. People often chose a test based on fear. Fear said choose the easier path. Fear said avoid speaking. Fear said you are not ready yet. Fear spoke softly but often. It did not shout. It waited until night. Others chose based on quiet dreams. Dreams said, I want to study abroad. I want to build a new life. I want to understand and be understood. Our dreams felt calm and steady. They did not push. They waited. Learning spaces changed again during this time. Mobile phones became classrooms. Apps spoke in friendly voices. Lessons became short. Listening became part of daily routines. English stopped living only in books. It lived during walks, during chores, during travel. This helped many learners heal old doubts. They saw English as a living tool, not a test subject. Some learners took TOEIC first and later moved to IELTS. Others did the opposite. Their English did not break. It grew. They learned that a test does not define ability. It only reflects a moment. Teachers also changed. They spoke with more care. They reminded learners that progress is not straight. Some days feel easy, some feel heavy. Both are normal. Slowly. Exams returned to their true place. They became tools, not judges. They showed readiness for a task, not value as a person. This understanding brought relief to many hearts. Still, the choice remained. TOEIC or IELTS? A simple question with many layers. The story now moves closer to the present. It moves toward personal choice and calm understanding. The next part follows how modern life reshapes this decision and how peace can exist even before a score appears. The present part of this story feels closer to the body and closer to breath. It lives in ordinary hours. A person walks to work with the earphones in. English plays softly. Some words pass without meaning. Some land gently. Still, something feels different now. The fear is quieter. The choice feels slower. TOEIC and IELTS no longer feel like heavy names. They feel like signs on a road that continues beyond them. Modern life has changed how English enters our days. It no longer waits only in classrooms. It speaks from phones. It appears in short clips. It shows up in messages from people we may never meet. This constant contact changes confidence. Confidence means trusting that you can stay present even when you do not understand everything. It does not arrive suddenly. It grows through small repeats. Many learners now prepare without strict pressure. They listen while cooking. They repeat phrases while walking. They read slowly before sleep. English becomes familiar. Familiar means the fear fades first, even before skill becomes strong. In this space, the test choice softens. It stops feeling like a threat. It starts feeling like a practical step. Some learners notice they feel comfortable with short talks and clear instructions. They enjoy quick listening. They understand office language. They like choosing polite answers. Polite means respectful and calm. For them, TOEIC feels natural. It matches the rhythm of their days. Others notice something else. They enjoy longer talks. They like sharing opinions. They feel patient while listening. They do not rush. For them, IELTS feels closer. This awareness matters more than advice from others. It means the learner listens inward. For a long time, many people did not do this. They followed voices around them. Teachers said one thing, friends said another. Online opinions felt loud and certain. Now many learners pause. They notice how English feels inside the body, tense or relaxed, heavy or light. I think this pause is one of the quiet gifts of our time. People allow themselves to choose slowly. They accept that not every answer must be fast. Still, the modern world does not stop. Deadlines exist, visa dates approach, job offers wait. The test room still feels serious. A desk waits, a screen lights up, a timer begins. But something inside the learner has changed. They know the test is a step, not a verdict. A verdict means a final judgment that cannot change. Speaking tests still bring nerves. Listening tests still bring tension. These feelings do not disappear. They are human. Normal means shared by many. Even fluent speakers feel them. The difference now is how long these feelings stay. They pass more quickly. The body recovers faster. Some learners leave the test room without the score they hoped for. The moment still hurts. The heart feels tight. The mind repeats mistakes. The walk home feels quiet. Yet something new appears. The learner understands the score shows that day only, not their future. They rest. They return to practice. They adjust calmly. Others reach their target score. The joy feels soft. Relief comes first. The body relaxes. Breathing slows. There is no need to celebrate loudly. This calm joy feels deep. It feels earned. After the test, life continues. English does not disappear. It stays present. It appears in meetings. It appears in lectures. It appears in small talks with strangers. This is when many learners realize something gentle. The test prepared them for these moments. The moments matter more than the paper. A person who chose TOEIC joins meetings with less fear. They write emails with ease. They answer calls with steady voice. A person who chose IELTS listens to lectures with focus. They write clearly. They share opinions with care. Both are living in English now, in different forms. This understanding brings peace. Peace means no longer fighting your own path. It allows learners to stop comparing themselves. Comparison steals energy and time. Everyone's English grows in a different shape. The world will keep changing. Tests will update. Formats may shift. New names may appear. Still, the core will remain. Language connects people. Tests try to measure that connection. They never fully can. There is a quiet truth here. English fluency is not a finish line. It is something alive. It grows with use. It rests when ignored. It returns when needed. Exams capture only a single moment of it. When the listener looks back, ancient scribes and modern learners do not feel so distant. Both practiced daily. Both felt watched. Both hoped their effort would be seen and accepted. The tools changed. The feeling stayed. The story ends without instruction. It ends without advice. It ends with awareness. The next time you hear the words TOEIC or IELTS, your body may feel calmer. You may remember they are tools, not judges. You may remember your own rhythm. And when English plays again through your earphones during a walk or a quiet evening, a gentle thought may appear. You're already moving forward. And the test is only one small sign along a much longer road.